Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to South Suffolk.
So we competed last year at South Suffolk on Blake's Old Pony Dream. So this year...
I can ride too.
You're not? Okay. Oh, did you have your sister's hat on? Yeah. Thanks, Ib.
Amy, hop down, please.
Good down, babes. So yeah, today we are off to go and do some workers. We're going to give that another go, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we are into a lead rein class with Libby as well. So both girls with us, and we'll see how it goes.
Hello.
Jen. So our first class of the day was with Libby, and it was their first time doing any workers together. So you would have seen that they've gone and done their go round together, and it's now Blake's time to do his individual show. So they do a flat individual show, and then straight into, there were 3 jumps that they needed to go over. They do go clear, but you will see she was really strong, and you can sort of watch Dale trying to hold her together a little bit. But as a whole, we were really pleased with how they went. They did come 3rd in this class. So we were knocked down because of her way of going. You'll see she's a little bit unsettled. She's very head shaky. And again, like I say, really strong. So we just need to work on her just being a bit more relaxed and just... calming down a little bit. But it's nice that she's excited. You know, she's still only 5, so everything is a bit of an education for her. But yeah, really pleased with this one.
I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I tryna keep it going to be continued, or am I tryna lose? Good night, game over now. I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Don't got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Ay, oh no, 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인 this is my only answer. Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. Money soaking, it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower. Step back, skip lines, yeah, I'm never going cold. 어디 가야 해, 알려줘. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Once I get the ID, taxi 타서 생각 없이 on my way, my ETA is ASAP. No way I'ma miss this. Pool party time to get lit. About to go down 마지막에 것처럼. Where we tryna go? 주소 보내줘. Where we tryna go? 빨리 보내. Oh shoot. Okay, I got it. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Just tell me where. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where.
So next up was Cindy's turn. So this was a London international qualifier for the Cradle Stakes. It's the pair's second time doing any kind of workers. So there's some improvement from the last one. However, unfortunately, they did get eliminated in this round again. I will leave the kind of full footage of how his round went in. You'll see she just gets very strong and he, I think, just freezes ultimately whilst going round. So very unfortunate, but there's lots to work with, which is the positive to take from it.
We've said our goodbyes, but we won't go home just yet. You've got your head down, just like when we first met. I can't believe it's ending. Why did we fuck it up? So stupid and upsetting. How can I give you up? We've said our goodbyes, but we won't go home just yet.
we were on to our third class of the day very quickly. So Blake came out of his workers with Cindy, jumped straight off of her, straight onto Libby, and we managed to get a little bit of a warm-up in. Unfortunately, it wasn't as long as we had liked before we were then called into his class. So this is actually the same judge that judged us at the BSPS Area 16 show on Good Friday. Her comments from this show were very consistent with what she gave to us at the last show, which was basically that Libby's a very lovely horse. It's all there. Unfortunately, she's carrying too much weight for her liking. She feels that she's overweight. We are trying to get her weight down. We've had her since February, and it's just taking a little bit of time, but we are making efforts to help her lose a little bit of weight. The other comment that she made at this show was that she felt that Libby was a little bit kind of unsettled in her mouth or kind of in her head, and I think that just comes from the fact that they didn't have too much time to warm up and kind of get her to relax and settle. But she does do a little really, sweet show. So I've got nothing negative to kind of be able to say about it. So she does get placed, I think it was 4th or 5th it was. So she comes 5th in the end, which is, I mean, it's disappointing, but equally when you compared her way of going to the other ponies, it's understandable. And obviously the judge's comments about her weight as well, which she was open and honest with us at the last show and said that knocked her down significantly. So it will be the same again here. And that was pretty much it for this show.
We're no longer together. You walk me home, but before you go, let's stay here in this moment. Pretend that we're not broken and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Forget the moon is falling, forget that we are nothing, and kiss me like you used to do before it all went down. Give me this one night.
So it's the next day now, and I didn't film anything more yesterday just because I think Blake had a really hard time at the show. So you'll have seen it's really disjointed. I'm sorry, it was such a busy day. Our classes were so close together. So he went into his first one with Libby, so that was the lead rein M&M sports pony, and he came 4th. He jumped clear, but Libby just wasn't settled. She was very fussy. You could see Dale having to try and hold her back a lot, which knocked us down the points, because I think there's 4 in his class, and I think maybe we were maybe the only ones, or maybe the people that came first went clear as well. And it was just her way of going just knocked her down in her marks completely, which is a shame, but lesson for us is that she needs more working in. You know, we know that, but again, unfortunately, we thought we had more time than we did, and yeah, we didn't. So then he went into his workers. He warmed up beautifully. You'll see. I'll have put some clips in. He warmed up lovely, and he just, I think the problem that we had was that he had that class, then he had his lead rein class like coming up really quickly. So we thought we had loads of time because it was the seventh class into that section, and when we looked at the pre-entries, there was only one entered in a lot of them, so they were going to fly through those classes, and actually they did. So he was the first to go into his workers, which I don't think helped him, because it was kind of like walk your course, right, jump on your pony, get in. And he went in, he attacked it, he did try, and I just think unfortunately the nerves got the better of him, and he ended up just not riding the turn. So he'd go over a jump and then he just would almost freeze, you'll see it, and it just meant she ran away with him, and it's frustrating, I suppose, as a parent, and I'll own that, because I know that he can do it. So, you know, show jumping wise, he's been flying, they've been doing so well, but there's obviously something about workers that he just freezes with. So we've got a bit of a plan. We know what we're going to do. We're going to do a few bits and pieces just to get the confidence back up for him. And we've said to him, well, he's got no more workers coming up for a little while, so the pressure's off in that sense. And we've said to him, you know, if he doesn't want to do it, that's fine, but there's never any pressure from us that he has to do any of this. So we'll just, yeah, we'll support him to work through it, and if he wants to do it, then we'll carry on. If he doesn't, then, you know, whether we stick to just flat showing or whether he wants to carry on showing at all, who knows. But we'll take the lead from him, as we always do, you know, but we'll also give him the best opportunity to do it if he can. So yeah, we've got a bit of a plan. But yeah, so then he basically came straight out, and he was eliminated. He came straight out of there, and we literally had to put him on to Libby, and then they were already pretty much doing the championship in the class for his flat class, and then he was the next in. So we wouldn't have time. Had he have gone clear and, you know, would have stayed in the workers, we would have missed our flat class. So in some ways it maybe was a bit of a blessing in disguise, and that we could get round and do that. But then he came out of his flat class and just said, I'm done, I don't want to do any more, which is fine. So we called it a day there. We took them home. It was really hot. So we just brought the ponies home, did them, sort of, you know, mucked them out, sorted them out, turned them out, and then kind of called it a day. So I didn't film anything more because everybody was feeling a little bit, I think, frustrated, a little bit deflated. So yeah, we kind of left it there. Like I say, we've got a plan. We've got a lesson. He's got a lesson this week with his jumping instructor, Claire. So we're gonna speak to her, see what she thinks. It might be that we just take it back to some show jumping. Like there's our riding club's got a show jumping competition coming up at the end of the month. So I think we might go and do that. It's the weekend before half term as well, so he can go and do that on the Sunday, have a bit of fun, just get, like I say, get his confidence up, and we'll reassess. But yeah, so sorry for it being a bit of a disjointed vlog. Hopefully the next one, so they are at Royal Windsor on Saturday. I'm not going, I've got work, unfortunately. So Dale's going on his own with Blake, so there won't be any footage from that. But hopefully, I think after that we've got Suffolk show, so that will probably be our next show vlog, unless, yeah, because that'll be Suffolk show, and then I think that weekend is then show jumping at our riding club. So might be a few bits and pieces coming up, but it's going to be a little bit quiet, I imagine, over the next week or so. But thank you very much for watching. I'm just gonna groom this lad, get him tacked up and take him out, because we've got a bit of a grass belly going on, as do we. So we're gonna get out and do a bit of a hack, aren't we, mate? Looking very excited. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.